What's good, y'all? Let's talk about Bitcoin and the crypto market. So right now things are getting pretty interesting. I think that we're near a local low. For me personally, I'm looking at this level right here, so this down candle, and I'm gonna put some longs around 50.5k or 50k. And the reason why is because I think we're going to go for a full liquidity sweep, and we have all this built up failure swings above. We never really swept it. The only thing we really swept is this level right here, but you can kind of call that equal highs too. So we have that, and also every time Bitcoin has topped, it's always ran all-time high. It's always swept it. All right, so I'll get to that in a minute, but we have that combined with low resistance liquidity, and by that I mean this downtrend line. So I think we're gonna do something like this, some nice power of three where we come up here, and if we might get front run. The things to look out for are reversal patterns. So if you see a 3 tap or something like that, I would be interested. If you see an IFVG, so something like this, I would be interested. But right now I'm expecting 50k or 50.5. And what did I mean earlier when we had a liquidity run? So let's look back. All right. Sorry, I meant to say if Bitcoin has never topped without getting swept first. So in this case, let's look at the prior all-time highs. So you can see this got swept, then this got swept. So it swept twice. This is called manipulation leg. So anytime we have a sweep at a major level, then we're gonna look for downside. Now, for me, I can see it swept here and also right here. So that's exactly what I'm expecting. I'm expecting some kind of sweep, and then we're gonna see some kind of shift or change in state of delivery. So that can be this one right here too. So you can see it like that. So this would be called your CISD, and then this one also as well. So sweep, and then a CISD, and it starts the sell side curve of the model. All right, and then it's the same thing at the bottom. Okay, so you get this sweep, and then you get a swing, you get a higher swing right here. So once this swept, then you're looking for a higher low, and then it begins the buy side model of the curve. All right, so if we look at this, basically what I'm looking for is very similar. I want to see this being swept, and if it's being used as an order block, so like this, then obviously we're going to go higher. If you see no displacement and you see weakness, then the crypto market's topped. Okay, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So for right now, that's what I'm looking for, and maybe we can compare this leg too. So you got a sweep here, and then a manipulation leg, and I would even say this is a low resistance liquidity run, just because just really the only thing let me see. Yeah, I would say from here. So basically it's just a trend line. All right, like that. So when you have that combined with the manipulation leg, and there's IFVG right here, it's a very high probability that it's gonna run. So those are my thoughts on Bitcoin. While we're here, we can see how powerful we're looking for sweeps, and sweeps are basically just rating your stops. So in this case, we rated the low that made the high, and then it ran, because this is not a protected low. This, after you sweep this level, it's a protected low. So we're rating all the longs that longed here. We're rating their stop losses to get them out, and then we're running it back. All right. So it's kind of the same thing here as well. Swept above and then came lower. It's kind of weird, didn't sweep this level before running. So that is to be noted. And then right here is another obvious pattern. So let me repeat it again. Anytime you sweep the bottom, the low that makes the high, then you're gonna run for it. Okay. And you can also, this would be a nice level right here. So there's IFEG, there's a CISD, change in signature delivery, change in state delivery, sorry. And it also acts as an order block, and then it just runs. I'm just curious to see what this inverted fib pattern is. Oh wow, what do you know? That's pretty nice. Almost exactly. So it's basically just a profit taking target and how algos are programmed to go. So right now this might look bullish to you. We're almost there. So you can see this, I guess it swept, and then it's just weird that I didn't sweep this high. So that means it wants to go for it later. That's how I interpret it. And then it had this manipulation leg. We're just gonna wait one more time. I think it's just one more time. But obviously I don't know. I can't control the market. We just gotta wait and see what happens. All right, so that's what I think it's gonna happen on Bitcoin. I was talking to some other majors. ETH is a little bit weird to me. I don't really understand the chart. We did get a sweep here. And we got another one. God damn, another one. So like two manipulation legs. And then it's kind of respecting the weekly IFEG here. So that's something to note. The only thing that's weird to me is why did it not sweep above here? That's the only thing that's kind of sus in terms of ETH being super bearish. So most likely, if I had to guess, it's gonna come for this, and then we need to watch for the reaction, and then that could be the start of ETH season. Now, if I'm coming to, oh god, it's terrible. Who cares about all that? If I'm coming to ETH on the USD. So look at it again. So sweep and then dies, right? Sweep and then it begins sell side. All right, so the only thing that's weird, again, this didn't sweep, that didn't sweep. So until all time or current highs are swept, so until highs are swept, I'm not looking for a bear market yet. So I'm just waiting for that. But let's just put some, let's see what it looks like. I don't know how deep it can go. ETH can go as low as 2170 and still be bullish. I don't know if we're gonna get that low. I would bank on, I'll probably bank on this holding, whatever this box is. But I mean, it's just a weird place to stop. So I don't know, 23, 24. I would rather just wait for Bitcoin to do its thing and then look for entry on ETH. So then let me explain again. Once you sweep the low that makes the high, then you're good. All right. So nice manipulation legs, and then finally, where's my brush? So there's your 3 tap, and then it ran, but it just didn't come from the high. So that means it's gonna come for it later. That's how I see the signature and price. Now it's also has some low resistance liquidity run. So this trend line, best guess is it probably does something like that. That's my best guess. So that's ETH in a nutshell. I'm not interested in it until I see Bitcoin hit 50K. What could that mean? Probably $500 lower. So I will look for, I would be interested in around 2300. So that's far way down. Let's look at some other ones. So AVAX is nice. That's a nice one. Get rid of that. Now this is interesting to me because it never swept a high either. So maybe it goes for it. Who knows? But beautiful. If you look at this, these are equal lows. Anytime you see tweezers like this, tweezer candles, especially if it's different colored, it's gonna act like a magnet, right? And then what do you notice to the left of it? There's also some more right there. So anytime you got tweezer bottoms, it's a magnet to be swept. And once you sweep it, what happens? It just runs. Okay. Now, AVAX is different because it did sweep on a weekly level. On the daily, I don't know. I don't really see. Yeah, you could say that. You could call that a sweep. So that could be. And then it kind of starts to sell side of the curve. I wouldn't really be interested in AVAX until I see this being swept. It's just down candle. So 1896, and then you can see some kind of formation like that. That's how I would be interested. In terms of near term, this just looks like continuation. All right, it looks like continuation to me. Maybe it does some sweeps this and then dies. That's my best guess. Oh, let's look at Sol. Sol's kind of nice. I really like the chart on it. Nice sweep there, and then dies. And this level is kind of weird. It doesn't really, the way it stopped, that part didn't really make sense to me of why it stopped there. So yeah, I would have swept it there. So yeah, this part doesn't make sense. That's a good sweep. There's another good sweep. Let's look at current action. So yeah, I don't know. So that would be well, let's kind of swap that one too. Right now, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know where it would go on a low time frame or on the weekly. Let me get rid of all this shit. I don't really see a good IFEG. Dan is so low, I highly doubt it gets there. Yeah, I highly doubt it gets there. But you can see if you use the IFEG method on a weekly, you can see how it broke through and then retested and then went for it. Now, why did it stop here? So it went for this. Okay. So it might be top, but I don't think it is. I think we're gonna come down. Do you see any equals? No, not really. Not really. This level is weird. So I would imagine it goes for at least that. And then this is a protected low too, because he already took out this. All right, it's probably. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know where it's gonna stop. I'd be interested around 105 on Sol. That's my best interpretation. Yeah, so let's look at that. Yeah, 105 sounds like a good target. And then how high can it go? It looks really strong. It's Sometimes it helps if you look at it invertedly. Yeah, you would take that shit out right there. Yeah, that's how if I was a market maker, that's how I would do it. And then that would mark the new high, and then we'll die. That's what I think. That's what I think would happen. But we're gonna be more. It doesn't matter who cares about price predictions. It matters more on price action. So being more reactive than predictive. So reactionary. That's a better way to trade. And what do I mean by that? So if you see a bottoming pattern around here instead of down here, then obviously go for this setup. Don't go here just because I drew a freaking arrow or anyone else did. You want to see how price is reacting off a certain level. That's the best way to trade. So you don't really have a bias. You just be objective and you take what the market's giving you. I don't know about any other coins. I'm not really interested in the. Oh, WIF looks really obvious and wants to go for this. Yeah, that looks obvious. ZROs, that's a weird ass one. What about DOGE? Jesus Christ. It looks so bad. It's sitting on a nice order block right now. I would imagine it goes for that 7 cents. Oh yeah, look at all those swings. And then you're taught to be you're taught it's like, oh, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And then guess what these are used as? Stop losses. Oh, what do you know? There's equal lows right here. So DOGE looks like it's gonna run all that shit. So in my opinion, I think DOGE is a good catalyst for like 7 cents, 8 cents at least. That's just me. All this got swept. Oh, there's equal lows. It's kind of weird equal lows at the bottom though. I would imagine, yeah, I think it's still 7 cents. How about like, what's more like BONK? Wow, what a chart. Yeah. Not that bullish, to be honest. I think that we will get the last leg sometime this month. The last leg by the last low, I mean. Once we get the low, it's probably going to be the last leg up to new all-time highs, and then it's probably going to be over. That's my best guess. That's my best guess. I mean, we'll react to it when we see it, but it's probably gonna drag out. Oh God, I can't. The trend line doesn't even matter. Let's go back to BTC. Yeah, it just seems too obvious. That's probably what it's gonna do. Price target for me on Bitcoin at least. I don't know if we can do 100, man. I really don't know. I mean, that's just the algo target. What about if I do like this? No, that's way too high. That's way too high. Yeah, that I don't know. I just don't know. But high probability this is gonna be the last leg to me, and then we'll get an all-time high, and then we're just gonna react. We're gonna see if it does something like this. The main thing you're gonna look for is you're gonna see a change in state delivery after you get a sweep. So like that, and then it's gonna hang off a cliff. There's gonna be an IFG in here, then you're gonna want to short it on the retest, and it's gonna die. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I haven't been on in a while. I'm trying to focus more on futures trading. If you couldn't tell, but cryptos is getting interesting. We're gonna have I feel like it's gonna be a good Q4. So Q3 is more of just correction. I mean, how long have we been correcting, man? Let's see. I mean, this correction lasted like 29 weeks. How long has it been for this? Oops. It's only been 17 weeks. So theoretically, it can last until, don't even say January, man. Okay, September. Okay, that's not too bad. It can last till September, and then we'll run it up. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and stay safe out there. None of this is trading advice. Please trade your own risks. It's all for educational purposes only. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and be sure to follow me on all other socials. Peace.